then we had broke up and we stopped talking for a while, and then we recently started back talking about a month maybe before her birthday in October. And I came through Texas and she brought her to the truck stop. And then other time I came to her birthday party.
Okay. And where do you live, sir?
I stayed in Mississippi.
Do you have much cause for work or non-work to be in Texas?
I drive trucks
Okay, you drive them
all
across the
over.
country?
Yeah,
Okay.
yes.
Explain that. Please know it's my only and first time hearing it, so please realize that and fully answer the questions that are asked. And you may proceed, Ms. Fussell. Are there any agreements?
I don't believe so, Judge. I think we're just going to start the hearing.
Okay.
I will call Ms. Benson first. Hello, ma'am. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. We're here today to talk about the. Could you tell us her full name and age?
1 year old.
Okay. And at the time born, were you married to Mr. Jones?
Yes.
Okay. Judge would offer into evidence State's Exhibit A, DNA test results showing that Mr. Jones is not the father.
Okay, it's in the court file, so I'll admit it into evidence.
And who is the child's father, ma'am?
Charles Buie.
Judge offering into evidence to State's Exhibit B, the DNA test results reflecting that Mr. Buie is the child's father.
Okay, and Mr. Buie, have you had a chance to see those results?
Yes.
Okay, do you have any objection to be admitting those into evidence?
No.
Okay, they're admitted into evidence.
All right, ma'am. What county do you currently live in?
Chambers.
All right. I understand. Am I correct that Mr. Buie does not live in Texas right now?
That's correct.
Okay. Did you, Mr. Buie, have a relationship in Texas?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Do you believe that the child Onyx was conceived in the state of Texas?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And what is your level of interaction with Mr. Buie now? Do y'all speak about the child?
Yeah, we speak about her now.
Okay. You're able to communicate about what the child needs, maybe medically or educationally?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And does Mr. Buie get to visit with her?
Well, he just really just came back in the picture, and he's came to her birthday party, and he's seen her one time before then when he was headed to work.
Okay. Are you comfortable with him having a relationship with her? You want him to get to see the child?
Yes.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Do you have any concerns regarding your address being listed in an order of the court?
No.
So he's had some limited involvement with the child, but maybe not alone or long periods of time.
Yeah, he wasn't alone, and not a long period of time.
Okay. If I'm correct, just turned 1.
Yeah.
Is that correct? Okay. Do you have you and he discussed anything going forward? Him seeing the child more? Have y'all had any discussions regarding that?
He comes out from Syria anytime he wants to, and he said he'll just with his job schedule, he have to just let me know how that goes on, like when he'll be free to see her. And I told him just let me know in advance, and we can make something happen.
Okay, so you're willing, y'all are both willing, but he's out of state, and that's the issue?
Yeah.
Okay. Does Onyx have any health insurance available?
Yes, ma'am.
Is that private health insurance?
No, ma'am. She's on Medicaid.
Okay. Did you and Mr. Buie break up or end your relationship before or after Onyx was born?
Before.
Okay. And has he provided you any financial assistance for the child since her birth?
He did. Well, he bought like diapers, like maybe the first month of her life, maybe first or 2 months, and then we didn't talk from like all the way from January up until like August or September. So he did nothing between that time from January to August or September. Then he came back in the picture and he bought diapers and stuff. Or if I call him extra for something, he'd do it.
Okay. Do you know anything about Mr. Buie's employment?
A little on what he told me.
Okay. What do you have knowledge of?
I know he just worked for a company called, I think, P&S, but he on another company called Blair under there. But this
I can't
really
understand
all
you,
I know
ma'am. Could
about
you
it.
repeat that? I didn't understand you.
And actually, are you
I
on
said he worked
Bluetooth,
for
ma'am?
ma'am.
Are you on Bluetooth? In a vehicle?
I'm not. I can't understand what you're saying. I'm at a standstill.
Are you using
parked.
Are you using Bluetooth though in the vehicle?
I'm using a headset.
Is that with Bluetooth? Because sometimes Bluetooth makes it hard to hear on Zoom.
Let me see. Can I? Let me see. I don't even know how to this without hanging on my ear.
Is it going through the car?
Are you able to hear me better now, ma'am?
A little bit better now.
Yeah, marginally.
I was asking what you were aware of regarding Mr. Buie's employment.
I just know that he worked for a company called P&S, and I guess he drive for Blair.
Okay.
He's leasing from one of them companies.
Okay. I see that name is already Buie. Is that what you want it to remain?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. Judge, I will pass this witness subject to recall and speak with Mr. Buie. Sir, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Am I pronouncing your last name correctly?
Yes.
Okay, good. So tell us a little bit about the time you spent. Have you gotten to see her a few times?
Yes, I have.
Okay. Has that been visiting at Miss Benson's residence or alone, or just give us a little bit of idea about the time you've been able? I know you don't live close to spend.
Yeah, when the baby, when she was born, we were still together at the time. So I was around when she was first born, and then we had broke up and we stopped talking for a while, and then we recently started back talking about a month maybe before her birthday in October, and I came through Texas and she brought her to the truck stop, and the other time I came to her birthday party.
Okay. And where do you live, sir?
I stay in Mississippi.
Do you have much cause for work or non-work to be in Texas?
I drive trucks.
Okay, you drive them
all over
the country?
Yeah,
okay.
Yes. Yeah, I don't have no set route.
Okay. Do you have any other children?
Yes.
Okay. Well, how old is that child?
10.
Okay. Does that child live with you?
No.
Okay. Are you ordered to pay child support for that child?
Yes.
Okay. Are you and Miss Benson able now to talk about the needs of the child? Can you text or call?
Yes.
What sort of visitation are you looking for? You don't live close, and she's young.
We said, when we spoke about it, we said at least once a month I would come down, at least once a month, one weekend, out of a month.
Okay. You mentioned you drive trucks. Tell me about your employment.
Yes, I'm an owner operator with my truck leased on to a company.
Okay, what's the name of that company?
Blair.
And so, let me be clear. Do you lease a truck or you own your truck?
Lease a truck.
Okay. What kind of driving do you do?
What you mean? Flatbed?
What are you hauling stuff to?
Flatbed, yeah, flatbed.
Okay. You're an independent contractor?
Yes.
Okay. How are you paid? Is it a per job, per hour,
Yeah,
per month?
per job.
Are you pretty consistently working?
Yeah, it is up and down,
Okay. What kind of stuff do you haul?
cars, lumber, and pipes, things like that.
And you haul it all over the country?
Just about.
Okay. What do you think you make weekly? Let's say weekly.
Weekly, I write myself out a check between $550 and $600 a week.
Okay. Is that what you're taking home
Yes.
after taxes and stuff, or is that before?
Oh, that's before.
Okay.
Because I had to take 30%, then I had to put maintenance up for my truck because anything breaks down, I have to pay for it. So I have to put money up for maintenance and everything.
So you're saying you typically gross 550 to 600 a week?
That's what I write myself for me. Everything else I have to put up for the truck and taxes and things.
Mm-hmm. Okay, but what you're saying, paying for the truck and taxes, are you saying that's coming out of the $600, or is that what you've got left?
Yeah, that's what I have. That's what I write myself out. Everything else had to go to an escrow account, things like that.
Okay, so you're saying you pay for those other expenses out of the check to yourself?
No, that's what I write myself. That's my check because everything else had to go for the truck.
Okay, so you're saying you're taking home a check for 550 to 600 a week?
Yes.
Okay. What do you think the gross amount before those other expenses, escrow for the truck is?
See,
What do you start with?
You gotta look at I'm owner operator, so I pay for my own diesel. I'm paying I had to come out my own diesel. I have insurance, have everything that I had to take. I pays all that out of there.
I understand that. I'm just trying to figure out where we're starting from. I understand you have significant expenses.
Yeah, it varies. I might make a $1,500. I might make 2,000. It varies. Like I said, I really don't know because it depends on how much diesel that I use for that week or things like that.
Let's see. Prior to now, she mentioned some support for the child. Have you sent her any money and diapers? What have you done to support the child prior to now?
Basically, she just let me know, and like she might call for medicine, and I cash app it, or she might say she need a Pampers or something like that, and I just order it from Walmart, whatever she need. I just order it from Walmart to get it sent directly to her home.
As far as cash or money sent Venmo, things like that, you've not done that. You've sent items. Is that correct?
If I did, it was on Cash App.
Okay. Am I correct? You don't have private health insurance available to the kind of work you do?
No, ma'am. I don't have health insurance.
Okay. And how long have you been working at the company you're with?
December will make a year.
All right. I'll pass this witness judge. Just going to ask Ms. Benson a couple more things.
Okay, well, we do so.
Ms. Benson,
Ma'am.
when we talk about child support, we're typically talking about starting now and going forward in time. Okay. Are you asking for any back child support money for the time that you have primarily supported the child before now, roughly a year of life?
Yes, ma'am.
Did y'all live together at any point in time? He referenced you were still together when the child was born. Did you live together during any part of Onyx's life?
I wouldn't say he did with me. He came. His job was his load taking him back and forth from Texas to Mississippi. So when he have a load coming there, he'll spend the night there. And when he don't, his residence is in Mississippi. He was basically he comes stay here and there. We never lived together.
Okay. All right. I will pass this witness judge. Do some calculations here.
And the state does not represent either of you, so I'm going to give you both a chance to let me know if there's anything additional you think I need to hear to consider. I guess I'll start With you, Miss Benson, is there anything else about either visitation or conservatorship, child support, child support that you think I need to hear?
No, ma'am. We spoke, like we said, we spoke up on the visitation, and stuff like this. So I'll just
So you're
basically,
okay with him having one weekend a month?
yes, ma'am, that's fine.
Okay. And holidays, you're okay with him having visitation on holidays? Not every
Ma'am.
holiday, obviously. Holidays, you're okay with him having like a standard holiday visit?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Mr. Buie, is there anything additional you think I need to hear about any of those issues?
No, ma'am.
Okay.
All right, Judge. We're asking for 25 a month for the medical support in this case. And I'm going to need some guidance on you about the financial part. I've calculated it several different ways.
Okay.
Clearly, he's self-employed, and we want to give him credit for that. However, the difference in saying that the gross is 1,500 to 2,000 a week, but the take home is 600, that's a really high percentage loss there based on our typical self-employment figures, is what I will say. And I don't think it's reasonable to just base off $600 a week, nor do I think going all the way to 2,000 gross is reasonable either.
And sir, okay, so you're gonna hit a year in December. I'm almost wondering if we should do temporary orders and then reset to see his taxes.
To do some discovery, because
Yeah,
you see what I'm saying, that the range is quite large here.
Yeah, and I understand that he has expenses. I mean, I don't doubt there are some steep expenses. But what they actually are, he might be underestimating or overestimating. We have no idea. And since he hasn't he hasn't been there a full year, he hasn't done taxes yet. So I doubt he really even. Sometimes when you put pen to paper, you're like, oh, that's not what I thought it was. So and I don't blame him for that. It's just the circumstance.
The issue is if you want to do temporary, how to set it temporary. I mean, obviously, if you just say 600 a week, you come up with a very low number.
May I speak, Your Honor?
Yes, yeah.
2,500. That's more. No, when I'm talking about my expenses, I have to take care of diesel. Like we get paid. Like I might get paid $1,200 for a load, right? Okay, I only get 30% of that right there. I have diesel and everything, so 2,500 a month. That's more than almost what I bring home, what I make a month. So that's put me all the way out of business. It's no way possible that I could pay that. No way possible. That would put me completely out of business.
No,
I think you're misunderstanding.
No, I'm not talking about that much.
No, she's trying to figure out what your fair gross and fair net is.
For a month's work.
For a month's work, not how much child support, sir, do you think you should be paying? Do you have any ballpark?
Well, we talk. I can do 450 to 500.
We don't normally conduct business this way, Ms. Benson, but do you care to respond to that? What are your thoughts on that figure?
And I just wanted him to throw that out there so I could see.
Yeah, so we could some ballpark. Yes.
Yeah, because I don't want to.
I really don't know. I just really want to go off his income. I'm not sure what his income is. I'm not sure on it. I just know like what he possibly making. Them numbers that he's saying don't seem right, but I don't know. I don't be with him. I don't see his check stubs. But because y'all asked him clearly like what is his, but he wants to tell you what he's writing off at the end and not what he's bringing home. Like I don't know. It's up to y'all.
And sir, what number did you say again?
You said 450 to 500 a month. Sorry.
And you have one other child?
Yes.
Okay.
What can I ask y'all? What number did y'all come up with?
Ma'am, that's the problem. It's very difficult to calculate this for this kind of line of work without requiring tax returns and pay stubs and documents like that be sent in. That's kind of the issue.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is not one of the easier. This isn't like working at Chick-fil-A where it's $10 an hour, 40 hours, that kind of thing. So it's a bit more complicated.
Excuse me, may I speak?
Yes.
Yeah, actually, if I send y'all my check stubs for the last 3 to 4 months, the price will actually be lower than that. It will actually be lower than that. And that's coming directly from Blair. That's not what the check that I'm writing. My check last week at the they deposited in my account was 171. The check before that was maybe 400. The check, but like I'm giving you this amount right here. Those things, the numbers that I gave you, I'm writing that out of my account, rather what they pay me. So if we go off of what Blair sends me without me writing a check, it's going to be lower than that. I can email you my check stubs from the last 3 to 4 months now, directly from Blair, and those numbers are way lower.
Wait, sir. I guess I'm now getting lost. So Blair sends you money, but you also write a check from the money you receive.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So let me just say, so you understand this. Income includes not just money you get from a company; it includes any source of money you receive. So both of those are income. So in addition to the $550 to $600 a week you write yourself, Blair sends you some minimal amount of money as well?
No, the money from Blair is what I write my checks out to myself. See what I'm saying? Like I own my own company. My company is Money Talk ENT. So what I do is I write myself a business check from there. Blair pays the money to them, to Money Talk. That's what name of my company. And I write myself a personal check out the money that they give me. But if we go, like I said, if we go off of what Blair deposits to my accounts, the last year, you'll see those numbers are way low.
Okay. Sir, then where is the other income coming for? You can't be writing yourself a larger check than they're giving you unless you have other sources of income.
No, you hear me? I'm writing it out of my account. That's why I said I really couldn't give you it just depends on what I make. That's why I said it depends on what I make. But my last check that I just got paid last week was 171. The check before that was maybe 600-700. Like it depends. Like, yeah, okay. If I get a load, like right now, I'm on the road and I'm sitting, I don't have a load. Like if this truck don't move, I don't make no money. So like right now, I'm sitting waiting, hoping to get a call. If I don't get a call today, I don't get a load. So hey, I might run 1 or 2 loads a week. It just varies, you know. I never know. Like the way the economy is, I don't know. We get loads, but I have to sit here and wait until they call me with a load. That's why I'm sitting now, waiting to get a load.
Okay, so Blair pays you like an independent contractor. You get like a 1099.
Yes.
And that is the only company that you're driving for?
Yes, that's the only company I drive for. You know, we had to run off I'm not knowing if you're familiar, we run off of logs. So I get 70 hours a week. You can't drive for another company without letting your company know that you're driving for them.
Okay. I'm inclined to for a temporary order to set this at $450 a month with $25 cash medical support. You live in Mississippi. Do they have a state income tax, sir?
Do I have what?
A state income tax?
Yes, from last year.
I'll look it up, Judge, but I think we just need to pick a number for right now.
Yeah, I was gonna say, let's go with 450. Well, yeah. And I plan to reset that. So you're gonna do your taxes this year, right? It sounds like you have a business and like you're on top of the stuff.
Yeah, my last year 1099, that I didn't get to file last year, but I have it. I could fax it in. The total I made 39,000 and something. I got it at the house. I didn't get to file last year. I was gonna file this year and last year together. And
where did you go last year though? It wasn't for this company.
Ma'am.
What kind of work were you doing last year? Because it wasn't for Blair.
Driving. Yes,
for a
ma'am.
different company.
Yes, ma'am. I was in the jail, Barnett. I was driving a guy truck. Okay, he was an owner operator, and I was driving his truck. So he wrote checks out, and then at the end of the year, he printed a 1099 out for work. He paid me.
Judge, that comes out pretty much to the dime.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's pretty on target within the ballpark of this.
But I got the exact paper at the house that my exact 1099 that I had from last year, you know.
If you reset the case, Judge, before we come back, there'll be a 1099 from this year.
Yeah.
I mean, you'll get one in January.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's up to you, Miss Benson. I mean, the more we flush this out, it sounds like this is in the ballpark. But again, without knowing truly what he earns at this company, it could go up, it could go down. I have no idea what's going to come out this year.
Okay.
So do you want to come back and have him bring documents and we could truly look at what he's getting this year? Or do you want to go with the 450, which is probably in the ballpark, but is it the actual number? We'll never know until we see it.
Okay.
So you're okay coming back?
Yeah, I'll come back. It don't matter.
Okay. So for a temporary order.
So what happened with the so I'm sorry, you were saying something? I'm sorry.
I was going to rule, but before I rule, if there's something else you're questioning, let's get that addressed.
Yeah, yes, ma'am. I was saying, so when what he volunteered to pay, y'all amount is less than what he volunteered to pay?
Depends on how we calculate it, but it could be.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. So I'm going to do a temporary order.